really good. And it's just a way of expressing yourself. And if that's what you want to do, then, you know, I teach this to the barbers at college, just saying to them that, you know, you don't always I actually managed to appear on Vera last week. I got a slot on Vera on TV.
I was going to get on to that.
We'll come back to that later.
Yeah, we'll come back to that.
Yeah, but what I tell the college, you know, the students is that just because you're a barber doesn't mean to say you're just going to be stuck in a barber shop for the rest of your life cutting hair. You can, you know, if you want to push yourself, you should, you know, and get out there and get in people's faces and try, you know, enter competitions and try and make a name for yourself. Then you go for it. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever, you know. But like I say, it isn't for everybody. But you know, I teach the students that it's not just being a barber. If you're good at it, and it's your passion, and you want to express yourself, then you know the sky's the limit for you. You can do what you can do whatever you want.
Definitely. Well, that is absolutely perfect. You brought up competitions. Competitions are very important in this industry. I'm going to be doing the wet shave on the 3rd. I know you previously entered it.
Yeah.
I know you got to the finals.
Yeah, Enver.
Listen,
it was very good.
He's a tough guy to be. He's a good friend.
2 years. He was awesome. Listen, Sean. When I did the first year I entered, I was terrible. I entered Britain's Best Shave, and I took a guy, I nicked him. Chris Moon, my friend, was at the time. I knew him, but didn't know him that well. He was judging it with Gary Machin, and I was awful. And I came nowhere in the regional finals, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to go away, and I'm going to work at this. And I actually went across with Chris Moon, and Chris has been fantastic for me. If you want to learn about shaving, then there's no better guy to go to be honest with you. I went across and did a couple of sessions with Chris, and he showed us a few bits and bobs, and then the next year I entered it, and then I got through to. I tell you, it was really funny because I got through. I think it's the final 8 get to the national final, and I came 9th. I came 9th. I was devastated. So Mike Taylor had said to us, "Listen, come down to Barber UK because if somebody doesn't turn up, you'll be on the standby list." So I went down, and unfortunately, everybody turned up. So I was devastated. But the year after, I had another go at it. But I was regional champion that year, and I had another go at it. And fortunately, I just, you know, it's a lesson. Just that, you know, if you want to do something, then just work at it. Really, really work at it. And I was like 30. I'd have been 39, 40, 41-year-old when I started doing them. And then I did it again, and then I got the national finals, and it was great. And to be honest with you, I nearly never went because I just had a hip operation. I had a hip replacement about 6 weeks before the final, and I was touch and go whether I was going to go or not. So and I think that's kind of helped. That really helped us on the weekend because I went down there with nothing to lose. I just thought, you know, I've got a hip operation. I shouldn't really be here. I climbed in the ring a couple of times, and I had a real tough draw. I had to go against Jamie Crawford in the first heat. Second heat, I was up against Ugel. You know, and then in the third, when I got to the final, I obviously ended up against Enver. But I never in a million years thought I would get that far, and I just shaved really well on the day because I think I didn't think about it too seriously. You were just being a barber. I was just being a barber. I just switched off.
You didn't put any pressure on yourself.
No, I didn't put any pressure on. I just switched off. And I kept going over to Mike Taylor saying, I'm through. And he was like, you through to Saturday? And then Gareth was going, I'm like, I'm through again. I was like, you're joking. I was like, couldn't believe it. And I'd only travelled down there by myself as well. I had nobody with us at all. So it was quite daunting. But it was good. It was really good.
Well, going back to stepping in that ring, I've been in there. But my feelings are it's the most terrifying place you can be when you first get in the ring. I've seen so many people shaking like a leaf in there. What was it like for you, Alan, the first time you were in that boxing ring?
Well, I've done it. Well, I said to Gary as well, I've actually boxed as a kid, so the ring's no stranger to me. So, but I know what you mean. You know, shaving in your shop on a day-to-day basis, which we all do, is, you know, it's a piece of piss at the end of the day, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? You know, it's comfortable for you. You're in your comfort zone. But you get down there and you climb in that ring and you turn around and there's like 200 or 300 people watching you outside. And you're thinking, oh my God, like, you know, I've got a cutthroat razor in my hand here, one slip here and I'm done for. You know, or I miss something, or the health and safety's not on point. And sometimes if you don't switch off and just pretend nobody's there, you can get lost in it. And then you start, you know, if you don't focus and concentrate, you can get lost in it. But I found it very daunting. Very daunting. The first time I did it. The first time I did it was very daunting.
And obviously, you know, it's the first time you get down there. If you bring a model with you and you get through, you have to source the model.
That's right.
Any tips for anybody who is down there? As in, if you're in a competition and you get through to the next round, you have to source a model. So
well, what I do is I just, because you get a little bit of a break in between the heats. When I didn't expect to get through, so the lad I took down, he was already shaved. So I literally was walking around the crowd trying to, I was like Andrew Brewster and David Foster. I was asking them, and they wouldn't do it. Then I just asked people in the crowd. But I'll tell you something, you've got to make your life as easy as possible. Do not pick the guy with a big thick stubble who's got really dark hair, who's going to be a nightmare to shave. You've got to, within reason. There's like limitations on what you can do. Once you get your model, and the judges will check and make sure that your model's right for the he's got to have a certain amount of hair on his face, that sort of thing, which is great. But we're all barbers. We know what shaves well and what doesn't. So my advice is, go around there and pick somebody who looks like it's quite good to shave. A nice blonde guy with nice fine hair. That's what you want.
That's it. Good advice, my friend. So going back into the shop behind the chair now. Tools, it's a massive part of our industry. I love my tools. I just invested a couple of grand in Barbers, and I cannot wait to get up in the morning and go to work. But what are your tools to go to, Al?
Well, obviously, I'm sponsored by Mataki now, so let's start
off with scissors first. Your scissors.
Yep, I'm sponsored by Mataki, so they're really good to me. I use the Mataki Reapers, the 6.5 Reapers with the thinning shears, and I've got a pair of 7s, which are the Mataki Beasts, which are my go-to scissors for like scissor over comb and stuff. So this is the thing I use. And I use a bit of both actually. I think clippers are a wide market now. I think there's so many clippers on the market now. Like you say, Babulous are going now. They've got a good set there. I've got a set of Babulous. I've got Andis. I use a little bit of Wall as well. To be honest with you, I used Wall all my barbering life until about 5 years ago. And I think Andis have come on strides now in the clipper department, which is good because a bit of competition doesn't do anybody any harm. And it's great for barbers because we can use different tools for different things. Fading now is different now. If I get a certain customer, I might use 3 pairs of clippers to do that fade. I might use a Babulous to take the fade out. I might use my Walls to put my baseline in. I've got a wide variety of tools to use, and like you see, we're in such a great industry where the tools now are great and stuff. So, but it is expensive to buy them. But as your barbering career progresses, it's like any job you do. The better tools you have, the easier your job becomes.
So, have you got the Masters, Andis Masters?
I've got the Andis Masters. Yeah, I was fortunate to off Helen, Coach Juliet Andis. I managed to pick a pair up at Salon before they actually were released. She says, "Yep, take a pair of those. Let's have a go at them." Absolutely fantastic piece of kit. It's just like it's an absolute shearing machine. It actually took a little bit of getting used to it. To be fair to you, the blades are slightly different set on the degree the way they sit. But once you close that arm down and hit that line, it's out like straight away.
Well, I got an exclusive for the viewers there. I was the first person to have that haircut before they were even out by Kevin Vorley on.
Yes, that was in British Master Barbers, wasn't it?
I was the first haircut. There you go, guys.
Yeah, I remember watching that. I remember watching that in Gatwick.
Definitely. So, mentioning British Master Barbers, obviously you're a fellow Grandmaster like myself. Obviously I remember I was working with you at the time. I was with the GBBA when you got it, I think, or maybe just left. But I remember you getting it, which was about a year ago. Was that right?
I got mine, Sean. I think actually no, mine was a couple of years ago. I kept mine on the quiet. I got mine about 2017. I got mine. Late 2007.
Well, I know as you did what I did. You kept it quiet.
Yeah,
kept it quiet. You didn't have a big parade.
I just kept it under the radar a little bit. I think I put a post, and I was obviously working with the Copelands, Anthony and Tony. It's in the British Master Barbers. The last 3 years I've been to the show. That's the only times I've been, and it gets better and better every year. And they're great guys. Tony.
I just got to ask you one question. How was I on that day? I haven't spoken to you then. Was I okay? Because I was in the room one night.
No, you were fine, son. You were absolutely fine.
You were very entertained when you were in there.
Yeah, it was very good, mate. You were very good. I think we had a couple. I think you had a couple of DG issues, didn't you, before you started?
Yeah, mate, it was you who saved me. It was you who saved me. I said, what do I do? Do I beat the ball and put them back up? And fair play, it works. I lost a couple of the tracks, but, you know.
So take it out and reload it again.
That's it. So, Alan, what's next, my friend? What's happening in 2020?
2020 is going to be a bit.
Got a couple of GBVA courses coming up. Anything which Allan Stone's doing? Anything new coming up?
Yes, I'm going to do a couple of photograph collections. Probably do a couple of collaborations with some people this year, work with some good photographers. I'm going to work on that. I'll probably be doing a few hair shows this year for Anderson Mataki and the GBBA. So, yeah, all the shows. It's January now. The calendar's starting to come out now. Everybody's getting ready for the shows and stuff. Me, on a personal note, I'll be pushing myself this year. I've entered the British Barber of the Year with the BBBA this year. The photographic work with, I'm going to enter that this year. I'm trying to get into the shaving one. Unfortunately, I missed the shaving one in Manchester through the pro hair because I couldn't get there on the Monday. Something came up at home, so I couldn't make it. There is a heat, I think, in Enfield in February, which I'm going to try and get.
That's where I am.
Yeah, I'm going to try and get. I'm going to try and get down for that one. If not, I'll try and get down and sport a jacket at the BBB. I'll try and get down with that one. But if not, I'll be pushing on this year. I'll be entering British Master Barbers again this year. For Barber of the Year, I'm going to enter the BBBA one this year. Just going to push myself, Sean, this year to see, until somebody tells us that I'm not good enough, then I'll keep going.
Yeah, okay.
Just keep going at it.
Okay, cool. So, obviously, just sort of wrapping up, really, any advice to any barbers coming into the industry? Obviously, like, people want to run before they walk. What's Stoney's main advice for the youngsters watching?
Well, if you want to be a barber, that's great. But please do the learning. Do the learning phase. Do the fundamentals. Do barbering because you love it. Don't do it because it's a trend. And you want to get loads of tattoos and wear jeans for work with Martins and show your tattoos off and put a pair of clippers in your hand. It's not, barbering's a trade. I love my trade. So, it's a great job. It's a great, it's a career now. You can make a great career out of barbering if you want to. But make sure it's something that you want to do, and you want to do it for the. So I say to the kids at school, at the college, make sure it's something you want to do because you're going to do this for the rest of your life. You hope you're going to do it for the rest of your life. Just make sure that it's what you want to do. You learn the right way. You educate yourself. You put the time in. You work hard. You work on your client care. And if barbering's what you want to do, then you hit it full pelt and go 100 miles an hour at it, and see where it takes you.
Brilliant. I was just checking the chat now, my friends. That's some great advice for everyone up there. There wasn't any questions today, so we're not going to jump into any questions. But, Alan, it's been an absolute great interview with you. Nice to see you.
Thank you very much, Sean.
I'll see you at Pro Hair Live next month.
Yeah, in February. I'll see you.
Hopefully the shape competition.
Yeah, I'll try and get in there, mate. Yeah, logistically, it can be a bit of a nightmare, but I'll try and get there because it's something that I want to. I want to lift that belt, like.
Me,
both do, mate. We all do. But listen, that's the thing, isn't it? We're friends. But we want to try and push ourselves to be the best that we can, and that's
a competitive industry. It's a competitive industry where every single one who's in the industry is very respectful and professional to each other.
Correct, exactly. And if somebody wins, I'm the first guy to go and pat them on the back and say, "Listen, well done."
Definitely,
well done. So if I got people by the way, that's great. I just like being down there and being amongst it.
Yeah, well, I definitely commend you, Alan. You're a great guy in the industry. Ever since I've met you, I've had utmost respect. You're a top barber, and you're a good friend of mine. And it's great to have you on SWEENEYTV, and we'll definitely redo the interview again.
Right, thanks, Sean. Great to see you, mate.
Thanks,
Take care, pal. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Hey, guys, so that was another SWEENEYTV. Amazing Allan Stone. It was an absolute great interview. Such a knowledgeable guy, really friendly. I do recommend anybody up north, if they're learning any barbering, to go to Allan. You can either via the GBBA booking system, or you can book it personally yourself. And obviously anybody who's doing shows, anything like that, Allan is a real top guy to work with, very knowledgeable. So that was my interview with him. Next week, we have hopefully got a massive name on there. He's been doing some big shows. Obviously, I don't want to pass him at the moment because he's away, but he's an absolute huge guy, and he has put some amazing things in the industry together over the years, including profit profiles, masterclasses, photography profiles, building yourself up. And he's just a very supportive guy, and you know, a great person and a great leader of the industry, and that's Mr. Chris Foster. So just want to say as well, guys, me and Robert's class is basically sold out. I'll just put some posts up today now just for everybody just to see. And I just want to just say, if you click on my Facebook page or Robert's Facebook page, you can click the link there for the event. And I just want to just tell you guys that I have some fabulous clippers for sale. We have these for sale. We have these for sale. Whoop. And we have these for sale. So, guys, if you want to buy these exclusive clippers, absolutely amazing, brilliant clippers, you know, exclusive stuff, worth every penny. They just brought the Customize Your Own out now, and I'm going to be looking to get as much as I can with the order and relaying them onto you guys. So keep it barbering, keep it Sweeney's. Sean Swiss Sweeney, SWEENEYTV, Sweeney HQ. Diolch yn fawr. Bye now.